Ain't even rolling. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody out there TV led, enjoying their night, winding down. Got the girls with me today, man. Yeah. Want to recap on a couple of things that I spoke on in the last video. I guess well, let me kind of continue from where I left off here. Yeah, like I was saying, after I raised that energy up, man, and I did the do what I did. When I came back, like I said, I came back, you know. But another funny thing about it was before that, I was drinking some wine. Some shit called Primal Mazo or something like that. Which is interesting because primal basically is a word that in one sense of the word it deals with it comes from primal, you know, prime meaning first, chief or whatever, but you have what you call primal material, which is basically melanin. And trying to find a way to explain this to y'all. It's basically primal that basically referring to where everything came from, the origin, which is the darkness or whatever, which was the light comes from out of the darkness, whatever, the melanin, or you can look at space or whatever as primal material, melanin, you know what I'm saying, pure carbon. But I thought that was interesting. Cause like I said, I was like, fuck this shit, you know. But on one hand, you could say, so somebody might look at that and say, oh, that was some suicidal shit or whatever. And you have your right to say that. But you have to pay attention to how the shit transpired. That is a key factor. The way everything turned out is a key factor to show you that that was a part of the grand scheme of things, because I've been talking to you. So actually, because like I said, just to rewind back, I found out I found out I was really in jail, but then when I found out that, like I said, in jail, when I looked, I said, okay, well, Christ is just the whole race, you know. We just, which is also true. But then I didn't find out. Damn, it's getting hot in this motherfucker, man. But when I found out actually who I was in particular, and that I was the as you say, chief representative of the whole Christ race or whatever, who has been spoke on and prophesied to come in many different mythologies and religions from all around the world. You know, you got the Mahdi and Islam, and of course the world famous Jesus Christ with the Christian thing, and you know, in India you got Krishna. I forgot which African society or tribe this came from. I really don't like using the word tribe sometimes, because when the word tribe has been associated, the way we've been taught to view tribes is that they was just some stupid people running around Africa not knowing what the fuck they was doing or whatever, who they were. Where these people were actually, you know, they just they were a group of people who fought, spiritually speaking, they were they knew what the hell was going on. I can't speak for all tribes because everything, like you say, you do have, when America is the first place. When you think about it, the ghetto, so many words, the ghetto just is synonymous with poverty. So take for example, when all these different people came to Egypt and was invading Egypt, you had people that stayed and fought, and you had people that fled. You know, just like if you go watch Magnificent Seven, same thing. When a dude went and was trying to tell you when Denzel then went back and told them, well, we're gonna fight for the land. Some people stayed and fought, some people left. Now we take it back to Africa. The people that left out of Egypt who didn't want to fight or whatever, or kill it, a lot of them ended up in places. They left their homeland and native land, which was Kemet, and they ended up in places where the food was scarce, you know, and a lot of their attention, they had to start putting more attention into how to live as far as food, clothing, and shelter, which made it harder or probably caused them to stray from or not put as much attention in, you know, spirituality or whatever. But long story short, that lack of nourishment, a lot of malnourishment took place. So a lot of black people started living backwards because you know, you had people being born in generations of people who were just like you have in the ghetto. You have poverty in the ghetto. Same thing happened over there, and a lot of people started living backwards because of lack of nourishment. You know what I'm saying, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So anyway, how the fuck did I get to that? That's why I don't be like, I be trying to kick it with y'all, give y'all some little shit, but that's why I always try to catch myself while I go so far I go up. But anyway, yeah, but that was oh yeah, I was talking about the tribes and shit. Yeah, but you had a guy named one of those tribes, I can't remember what it was, but a guy named Kalinga or something. You got a lot of Christ figure. A lot of this stuff, you know, we just think of Christ. First thing you think is the Bible, but you know, the actual motif is not exclusive to that. So anyway, like I told y'all when I first started doing videos in general, when I was giving y'all the whole breakdown of the prophecy fulfilled thing, you know, I took notice. But even when I was in jail, I took notice to my my birthmark, and I seen how it was shaped like the I hate rule. And but even when I saw that, I said, okay, I see why I'm even in. You know, that was one thing that made me say, well, I see why I'm taking to this Egyptian information like this now. It's all lining up. You know, that makes sense. But I still didn't figure myself to be who I am. You know, I just thought that was just another sign. And like I said, in social media, which we're gonna get into that, but she told me some I'm probably trying to get into that in this video right here, not the next one for sure. But she gave me some live information, woke me up to something with that. But like I said, I was on Facebook one day and somebody posted a quote out the Bible saying that I forgot what it was, but it was the one I can't remember the actual verse, but it was saying how Jesus would come with his name on his thigh. Somebody posted that, but it was in the form of a joke. It was like, the meme was like, well, Christians frown on people who have tattoos, but Jesus had a tattoo, and then it posted the Bible quote, and I went and checked that out. And when I went and checked that out, I went back to my thigh, and I said, oh. And I started thinking about all the miraculous shit, that all the things in my life that happened where people actually treated me in a otherworldly manner. Like, you know, you got a lot of, just like anybody else, you know, nigga grew up, you know, once, if you have that shine, it's gonna always be haters. So I had a lot of haters growing up, but a lot of love too, and a lot of people honored me, for lack of a better way of putting it. And a lot of things happened that kind of made me like, damn, it, you know, it made me feel special. A lot of things, you know. But I can, that's a whole nother video. Like I think I told y'all about the one time I went to gym when I was in school. You could either go, when you come before the first period bell ring, you could either go to eat breakfast or you can go to the gym and sit on the bleachers. One day I walked in, you know, I didn't eat breakfast, so I went up, it was first day of school, so I went up in the gym, and you know, you got the bleachers right here, then I walk in, so I'm walking in, and I'm still walking down the court, looking to see where I'm sitting at. And when I walked in, everything got silent. You know, it was noisy. Then when I walked in and I walked in front of the bleachers where everybody could see me, everything got silent. And then people started, I seen people like whispering, like pointing and shit. And then next thing you know, niggas start, Sam, what's up, baby? Ooh, and it was just like, some real live, and I ain't bragging, I'm just being 100, some real live celebrity shit, type shit, you know what I'm saying? And that was like, that's one of the moments that made me like, God damn, you know. But I always, you know, even when I used to go like to Astroworld and shit, you know, people used to treat me like a star. You know, at first I used to just, you know, I had the braids and shit, and I used to just charge it to the fact that I was a decent looking fella. And then I had the braids, which was different out here. You know, really people rocking braids and shit out here at that time. So, you know, but I always had, it always been like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's, anyway, I don't want to get too far there. But, you know, I just started noticing things, though. We taking to school, teachers treating me with respect, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But after I just started to really realize, like, damn, I'm that dude. Like, and I started seeing how everything was lining up and synchronizing. So, yeah. So, yeah, I never really knew how this shit would transpire. I knew I had to, this had to be exposed to the world in general, but I just never knew. You know, I didn't, like I said, with the situation that took place when I, you know, did the ascension or whatever. We'll just call it that, the ascension. I wasn't expecting that. You know, that was, like I said, I told you what I was trying to do, but even with that, it was, even with that, that was just a part of the picture, a part of the play to get me to go and do that, what I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? So all that pressure and all the shit that I was going through, and not just from that year with the social media and all that old shit, just life period. You know what I'm saying? This just, you know, a nigga been going through trials and tribulations. Shit ain't really been all the way good since shit really. I damn near since I would say probably my first case. You know, I pretty much had a cool little life, you know, for the most part, growing up and shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't really have too many complaints as outside of the fact that I've always been conspired against. Straight up, outside of the fact that for as high school and all that shit, you know, it always been, this shit is nothing new. It's just on a wider scale. Niggas it's always been a conspiracy. That's why I ain't never really had no girlfriends in school. I was, which didn't really bothered me too much because I had a player mentality anyway. You know what I'm saying? I like to be straight up. I like to fuck with the chicks who understood what it was. Like, you know, you do your thing, I'm gonna do my thing, but when we come together, we're gonna do our thing together. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, but the few times I did make the attempts, it was always some motherfucking, the hate parade came out and slandered the nigga name and shit, lies and all kind of, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's whatever. But like I say, but shit's, you know, when I went to shit really got crazy. When I caught my first case, it was alright, but then when I went to prison and then came home, you know, it's been a struggle all the way up until that point. So, you know, it's not just all the social media shit and all this new shit or whatever. So it's a combination of it all. But but am I suicidal? Nah, man. I have my days and shit where I be like, fuck this shit, just like everybody else. I know you niggas do, but you know, whatever. So anyway, when I came back, like I said, I came back, I knew it wasn't just no dream. I don't know if I even like to call it a dream, but that's the best way I can explain it in human terms. But when I came back, I knew it was just no regular shit because I felt some shit. I ain't never had a dream and actually felt shit. Yeah, I felt this shit, you know what I'm saying, when I was coming back to or whatever. So I was kind of confused when I first came back. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm back, you know. And then the next morning, which the next morning, just to further confirm it wasn't just no dream. Like I said, the sun, it looked like, if you go watch Terminator 2, I think it was when Sarah Connor had that vision of and don't get spooked out, you know what I'm saying? You niggas be scary. It's just chill out. But when Sarah Connor had the vision that the world was finna end or whatever, and which the world did end when I done that. But when I say the world ended, I don't mean what we've been taught to believe, the end of an age. That's why I say all that, the bullshit atrocities that we've been going through, that shit is pretty much it's really out the door, really. You know what I'm saying? It's up to us though. That's one of the crazy parts about this shit too. We gotta clean up all this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Which ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? You God. But things don't happen overnight. But anyway, the way the sun was shining, that and really the way it's still shining, because in my opinion, what happened is the reason it don't seem that way now is because our eyes have adjusted to it. But the first 2 or 3 weeks at least, probably longer than that, the sun was shining so goddamn bright. I know you niggas seen this shit. You know what I'm saying? You talking to my mama, and when I talk to her about all this Christ shit and whatever, she don't knock it or nothing, but she just she don't really respond, which I understand because shit, you know, to really even understand. That's why I try to break it down as much as I can, because to really even just think about it. In order for me to even come into the understanding of who I was, I had to do a lot of learning and studying and went to prison and all that. So I can understand. With her, she's just a regular Christian lady, so I can understand when I tell her this. why she probably just don't know what like if I was, I probably wouldn't know what to say either. But I would be more intuitive, more inquisitive about it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it ain't that. It's better than my old man response. Cause that nigga told me I was crazy. Like, cause I told him this story before I actually got on camera and started saying this shit. And he was like, "Oh, they gonna put you in the nut house." That nigga, that's crazy. But you know, and he believes in aliens. I hope you understand. This is what I said. Niggas is people crazy. This is my old man used to tell me that shit like, you don't think it's aliens out there? Which is not. We are the aliens. You know, there ain't no green men in space and space suits and all that shit. But he believed that. But then I told him, your baby boy is Christ, and I'm crazy, and I got all type of crazy proof. But at next board, sun shining bright. I was like, oh yeah, it's going down. And then I start seeing everywhere I went, all the white people had on shades. This shit was looking like the Matrix and shit. And I understood why, because I know the melanin due to their melanin deficiency within their eyes, you know, they probably couldn't take that light. Cause I didn't see no black people with no shades on and shit, but the sun was shining bright as fuck. Yeah. And then some other shit happened. I went up in the liquor store and shit, and I was on this aisle, but I was on the aisle by myself. And this how I do motherfuckers. You know, everybody around this motherfucker acting quiet and hush and shit and all that. And I'm trying to, you know, in my mind, I'm wondering, did anybody see that shit? Cause it was, you know, like I said, I seen when I was on my way, but when nobody out there with me. But you know what I'm saying? This shit crazy. But you know, that's one thing I'm like, man, the motherfucker see this shit. Then I started seeing little signs and shit. They're like, yeah, somebody seen this shit. But then this, I was in a liquor store, and like I said, I was on the aisle by myself. I think I was on aisle 7 or something, 6, 7, something. I don't remember. But whatever aisle it was, the person got on the intercom and was like, Chris needs help in aisle 7 or whatever aisle I was on. Now, when they said the aisle, I was on that aisle, so but there wasn't nobody else on the aisle. And then the word Chris, you know what I'm saying? That's just another word for Christ, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, this dude, one of the workers, come to the aisle and was like, "Need some help?" I said, "Oh." So, you know, this is amazing shit, man. Straight up, I ain't even lie to you, man. This shit crazy, the motherfucker. But yeah, man. That's, you know, I look back at when all that shit was happening, man. Like I say, man, I was homeless and shit, fucked up. You know, everybody that counted a nigga out, seemingly. Up to that point, it was just hell. And then, after that day, even though I was still, you know, this was right before I got this apartment and all that shit, even though I was still, I guess you could say on the ass end of that little rough patch right there, I could just feel it was a better day. It just was something in the air. The sun, it was clear blue sky, because that shit happened like on a Friday night going into Saturday morning. So that Saturday, it was just a clear blue sky, sun shining bright. It was just the, I don't know, man. It was just a feeling in the air, man. It just felt better. It's just like it just felt better. Even though my personal situation was still in shambles, it just felt better. You know what I'm saying? It felt better. You know? And So yeah, man. Cause I said I want to recap on some of this stuff that I was speaking on in the last video. I should have wrote this shit down, man. I'm just sitting up trying to go off the head, but let me see. As far as yes, we'll go back to the section where I was talking about the movies and shit. As far as the whole the movies and media and all that shit. I know it's something that I wanted to say, man. I'm trying to remember, fucking the tape up, but y'all excuse me. I know this shit is kind of odd, but hold up for a minute. Rock with me. I don't know, this should have come back. Anyway, so I get to go into this part right here then. First of all, this is my sister right here. Miss Woods here. Miss Kaya. Right when shit started getting crazy is when she had made the transition or whatever, and she had cancer. Now, all I think about it is when I came home from jail, the side of town my people were staying on, which is where I was staying at, she just so happened to stay not too far. You know, we was on the west side of town, like Katy, but we from, like, me and her, we from Ravencliff Farm, you know what I'm saying? That's on the southwest side of town, whatever. So when I found out she stayed that close to me, I was like, damn, you know, and we chopped it up, and for some reason we never got, I didn't get to see her when I came home, man. You know, of course I regret that, and dumb shit, putting shit off, taking shit for granted, you know. But we would chop it up periodically, and then it kind of got hard to get in touch with her, and it got hard to get in touch with her. So I was like, damn, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And I talked to my other sister, which is her sister, Nikki. Shout out to Miss Jackie. And she told me, you know, that she had cancer. She you know, she was like, she didn't really want nobody to she didn't really want to be contacted by people because of you know, she was sick, and the cancer was you know, she had lost a lot of weight or whatnot. From you know, she didn't want people to see her like that. But then which really didn't matter, cause shit, when I first met her, she was about this big, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this, man, so y'all forgive me, sis. I don't want this shit to feel strange, but my sis showed me a picture of her, like, after she got sick. That's what I'm saying, cause she still looked good to me. She just was, she was the, cause when we first met in Ravencliff, like I said, she was slim, and then when she had her first kid, she got super thick, and then she had like 2 more or whatever. So you know, she was thick Cassie then. And I understand that now. And I think that's one of the reasons why I kind of got a complex with that shit now, cause you know, when I came home, you know, that's when I really started picking up weight. Niggas was, you know, when I was in jail, you know, most of the time people go to jail and they come home and they pick up weight. Let me see what time I got real quick. Okay, we got it, we good. When I first came home, that's when I started picking my weight up. So niggas was like, man, what type of nigga go to jail, come out and don't come out with weight on them? Well, first and foremost, I always had a motherfucking high metabolism, for one. Two, down there, shit, I was really just eating one time a day, cause I really didn't fuck with the cafeteria. I did, but for the most part, you know, I go to work, come back, and eat, you know, eating some noodles and shit, you know what I'm saying, and you know, make a spread or whatever. And that'd call it a day, you know what I'm saying? Every now and then I wake up and go to breakfast, because they call breakfast like 3, 2 in the morning and all that shit. Nigga be trying to sleep. And with no bad motherfucking shit down there, like some good shit like, you know, fried egg day was like the good day and all that shit. Every now and then I wake up, or they had, it was a cinnamon roll day. They do that shit like once. Was it cinnamon rolls or? I think it was cinnamon rolls, some shit like that. Some they'll have only once every blue moon, so they'll get up and that was like when everybody be down there rush the motherfucking spot or whatever. But yeah, you know, for the most part I was just, you know, eating one time a day, you know, and that motherfucker. So I wasn't in there eating all that shit in the goddamn cafeteria and then eating my shit at the my commissary and whatever. But then when I came home, it was on. You know what I'm saying? Nigga was making up for all that good shit a nigga missed. So eventually I started picking up a little more, you know, I think I got to the heaviest weight I ever had been at, you know what I'm saying? I seen my face filling out, you know what I'm saying? Seen my little body and shit. I had a gut, so I wasn't working out. But and it's like once you get to that point, you know, once I got to that point, it was like I didn't want to see my, you want to keep that weight on, you know what I'm saying? I know some people in the losing weight, I be making jokes with chicks and shit, like, I gotta go burn these calories on. I be like, shit, give me some, I need the shit, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, but when I started struggling with this shit and was homeless and didn't have nowhere to go and all that shit, of course a nigga wasn't eating the way he used to eat and shit, so a nigga was losing weight like a motherfucker. And when I dropped that weight, I didn't like the way I was looking, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, motherfuckers talking about a nigga was smoking crack, and I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. Nigga, when about crack, you know what I'm saying? Now, pills and shit, that's one thing, you know what I'm saying? That didn't help because I was taking X pills and shit, you know, that shit suppress your appetite. Kids stay away from drugs, I guess. I don't know if they watching this shit, you know what I'm saying? But I personally, it really ain't what you do, is how you do it. But I'm talking to grown folks here, but I'm gonna have to talk about that one day, because drugs is another thing too. We got the concept twisted on, because we always did drugs. That's niggas. That's that's culture. And I'm not talking about kids. Of course, anything you do in life, alcohol, sex, drugs, or whatever, you have to do this shit responsibly, which would automatically signify that you have to be of a certain age of right wisdom to do this shit, so you can do this shit in a manner where you won't fuck yourself out for, or you know what I'm saying, you know, do it in a manner, just like they say, drink responsibly, you're supposed to do everything responsibly. But we all know it's a certain age or a certain point in your life you get to where you start learning how to do things responsibly. So That's another story though. I just want to say that because I don't know who watching this shit, and I try to be a little fucking considerate here. She believes the children are the future, so. But then, but I'm gonna go more into detail in that another video, man, because our perception of drugs, our perception of everything has been fucked up because we've been given this by some people who these perceptions by some people who really have been out here just trying to rule shit and manipulate. But anyway, she didn't want me to, and I know once my other sister told me that, I knew that even though she didn't want to be really bothered by anybody, or I won't say bothered, she didn't really want anybody to see her in general. I knew with me, she really didn't want, that's why she was like, I don't want to say dodge me, but that's probably why it was so hard for me to get in contact with her. I know one of the last persons on one of the last people on earth she would want to see her in a manner in which she didn't want to be seen would be me, because we was close like that. Like I say, man, that you know, sometimes you don't realize, you know, they say you don't miss a good thing till it's gone. Well, this ain't the case here, but I can minimalize that and say, I always knew she always was special to me in my heart, but I didn't realize how much the way she perceived me and the way that she always held me at a high esteem had so much to do with my confidence as a man. And when she passed on, I started really thinking about how, you know, we was in the hood and shit. And like I said, I never forget that day. I had on like an all-purple jabot suit. You know, I was thinking kind of flying shit. Fake jabot suit, small. It was, you know, I was young though, you know, nigga really know that much better. Really didn't give a fuck, but some flea market shit. But it was still some fly shit. And I remember one day she was like, boy, if I was an entertainer, I'd pay you just to walk across the stage and hold your dick. Straight up. You told me that shit, man, and I never forgot that, man. And that says a lot. You know, and I guess you could tie that back to what I was saying about how people treat me with that honor. And so one day, probably about a week after she passed, maybe two, me and my brother was having an argument. Now, me and his problem is, and to me is, he I don't know if he's just this little brother, big brother complex or something or whatever. That's what I drew from this particular argument, because usually a lot of shit I just blow off. Not out of fear, not out of, you know, being scared or no shit like that. Just certain shit, man, it's just beneath a nigga. It's you know, but a nigga, but then it be certain shit a nigga rear up on me, like, hold up, man, blah, blah, blah. But I was at a point where my patience was growing thin. So that little shit he used to do, that he always did when we was growing up, to try to pick and agitate, it was like I wouldn't let too much of that shit fly, you know what I'm saying? And I never did really let it fly, but it was like at this point, my reaction to every little thing was more intense. So me and him going back and forth, he like, yeah, man, what's up with you, nigga? What's up with you now? You know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. You, man, what the fuck you talking about? He like, man, you walking around with all this. You know what I'm saying? So, and he wasn't, and it's funny because I had noticed that too. I always walked around with confidence in my head or whatever. But at this, right after she passed, I started noticing, like, I was, I just had to, and this is what she used to do. But I was, conscious of myself, so I started noticing when I'm walking up the street or whatever, I used to, I had my head up, and, my chest out more so, and she used to do that. Cause she a tomboy, you know what I'm saying? She a tomboy. So, she like, that's why I say, man, when I used to see her, and really all of the girls in her family, you know what I'm saying? They had a big family, and you had the mamas and the aunties, and then you had the daughters, and like her sister, then they got another cousin named Plum and shit. They was like tight at the time when we was growing up. And that's why every time I see TLC or Lee or something, it remind me of them, because that was that era, and but she had the same type of vibe that Aaliyah, TLC, a woman nonetheless, but you still throw them baggy jeans on. I remember I seen this nigga. We was at and my homegirl Tamika. My homegirl Tamika used to throw all the bomb parties and shit. And we was at one of them, and a slam came on by Onyx, and this nigga lost her mind. I'm talking about, I still can see this shit in my head to this day. I'm talking about she kicking this son of a butt. I'm like, man, to this day, man, I can still see that shit. So, but she used to do that. You see that time where she'll, when she playing around, like, nigga, what's up? She'll, you know what I'm saying? She used to walk around like that and shit. And I started to notice that's why I was doing that shit more. You know what I'm saying? Like, after she passed, it's like, that's when I really realized, I say, man, a lot of that confidence that I had growing up from 10 on up or 11 on up or whatever, or at the point, because when I met them, that was like a real pivotal point in my life. That's why I love my hood, you know what I'm saying? My block, you know what I'm saying? All my niggas and shit from the niggas be thinking because a nigga don't come around and or a nigga don't always be around or whatever, like a nigga tripping, or I'm like, fuck niggas. It's like, nah, it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga just be in his own zone with this shit. But I kicked it with probably about 3 or 4 months ago. I was kicking it with some of the OGs and shit, and my niggas, the niggas that was over me or whatever, or older than me. I always hang clump with niggas older than me or whatever, and we was reminiscing and shit, man. That was like one of that weekend, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say that weekend, but because it was a couple of them, you know what I'm saying? Because outside of me going down there and fucking with them niggas, I hadn't really been, around nobody. But the couple of weekends, I kicked it with everybody and shit. Man, it was damn near like a breath of fresh air, man. All the memories coming back when we was growing up, all this crazy shit we was going through, running from the laws and shit, selling dope, blah, 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 blah. But, we was the dudes, and we used to be out there deep, and the girl faction of us that was out there deep was their family. They you know how women is, right? So they if it was a jail, we'll say they was running the house. But because like I said, they had a big family. You know what I'm saying? She had 3 aunties. It was her mother, Miss Bet, and you had Miss Bet, 2 sisters that actually stayed in Ravencrest with us, Lynn and Faye. And then they had another sister who didn't stay over there, but her daughters did when I was coming over there, which was Plum, Trish and them and all that. And we just be out there deep, man. And like I say, that she used to throw on bandanas and shit, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Love pop. Like I said, her birthday was Friday. And then yesterday I was just pocked out, just pock interviews, and And I'm looking at how that, man, this nigga life is so, which I'm probably have to do a whole other video on that. How, me and this nigga life paralleled or whatever in a lot of ways and shit. You know, but yeah, you know, when he said it, cause I think before he even said that, I had acknowledged it already. You know what I'm saying? I already seen it. I saw myself like, which is, nigga always done it, but it was like more so at the time. You know, cause I got different walks. You know what I'm saying? I don't walk around like this all the time. I'm not a fucking robot, but I started to notice how it reminded me of her when I was doing it. And then he said it. And I was like, man. And then she actually came through. And this is, cause like I say, most of the time, when I get messages from ancestral spirits, it be through symbols and signs and things going around me. But she came through and it was clear. But you know how you got somebody so cool with you finish their sentence. But this is one of them situations because she came through and was like, Sam, we built the internet, and when she said that, it got foggy. It's like she faded out again. And that's when shit started getting real wild on the internet with me. Like I said, I started noticing a little before that, after I put them two rap videos up of me freestyling or rapping or whatever. I don't want to say freestyle because it's premeditated shit, went off the dome. But I started noticing that people was taking notice. I think XXL started following me on Instagram one time. I started seeing a lot of publishers following me, a lot of music industry folks from that walk of life. I started seeing them, you know, people liking pics here and following my page or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so I kind of knew it was some people out there kind of, you know, putting an eye on the nigga. And then the hate came. That was the first part. You know what I'm saying? When I was like, oh yeah. I said, yeah, it won't be long now. Then came the haters. And that shit came like a goddamn whirlwind. Like I say, man, it was a whole bunch of wild shit. You know, and then after that, I started noticing motherfucking songs and shit, niggas taking shots, niggas going to my page and taking shots from a nigga song and shit. And then the phone shit, motherfuckers taking shots and shit niggas was saying in songs that we were in, that I was in the commission of working on in my kinfolk house and shit, you know, while I was writing rhymes to them and shit, all kind of wild shit, you know what I'm saying? Then the women, you know, I start seeing women flirting, you know, the way they do, and you know, and et cetera, et cetera. But she was like, yeah, see, we built the internet to, and it kind of like foggy, but I already knew why. When she said that, I said, oh yeah, because you got to think about it. Now, how else would I, if it wasn't no internet, and you can almost go, I almost feel like it's safe to say that one of the key reasons that the internet was built was for me to do this. You tell me, it makes all the sense in the world. Because if I had to come back and make my presence known on a worldwide scale, if it wasn't no internet, how would I do that? I'd just be a nigga in Houston, telling niggas, hey, you know. And that's one of the beauties of the internet. I love the internet and social media. It has its cons though, as everything else. But just to, you know, to take it outside of me and generalize it, you know, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. You connect with people from all over the world. People that you knew in the past that you wondered where they been or how they been doing or whatever may stumble up on your page. They may have moved to a whole nother country since the last time you seen them. And you probably been wondering, I wonder what happened to such and such. They probably been thinking the same thing, and somehow, some way, y'all bumping each other on the internet and shit. And you know, of course, the business aspect of it, you know, makes it easy to be an entrepreneur these days. You know what I'm saying? For those that are like me, who you know, feel like they rather work for themselves than punching the clock. And but you have people who, you know, yeah, man, it's a cool thing, man. I can go on the days about the pros of the internet, you know, because I know a lot of times we like to look at the cons of social media and all that, and YouTube and this, that, and the third, and you know, and jump up and down. But I like I said, I actually think it's a wonderful thing. You know what I'm saying? People can express their opinions, and that shit gets out of hand at times, but you know, it's needed. You know what I'm saying? You know, because sometimes people have shit on their mind that the world needs to hear, and now they can just go on Facebook or go on Instagram or whatever it is, and you know, drop it and see how the rest of the world, see how far that message goes and how the rest of the world responds to whatever they're putting out there. And of course, I love the goddamn Instagram. Yeah, y'all. Hey, man. Niggas can say what they want to say about you goddamn girls on Instagram half naked, but I tell you like this here, I'm with the shit. Straight up, man. Hey, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, back in the day, you used to have to go and get magazines and shit. You know, Smooth and what else they had? Smooth, and it was a couple of more. Shit, now you just get on the internet, you know what I'm saying, and follow all the bad bitches. And when I say bitches, I mean that respectfully. Really, bitch ain't even a derogatory term, really, when you understand that where that comes from. But that's another story. But you know, yeah, you know, I always, you know, that's my thing, man. You know, not saying I don't know how to control myself control myself if I'm in a situation. You know what I'm saying? With a committed in a relationship, but just speaking from the standpoint of being single, you know, and women are just, that's the, I always tell niggas, if all the goddamn women in the world got on a rocket and say they was going to fucking Venus, they gotta be hanging on the back of that motherfucker. You motherfuckers like leaving me down here with all these crazy ass niggas, straight up. But guess what I'm trying to say is, man, you know, man, I really love women. See, I got the sisters with me. I really love women, man. You know, we have these back and forths, and hold on real quick, check this shit real quick, man. I need to give me something I can shoot longer with. Yeah, 6 minutes. 6 minutes to get fresh shit on. But yeah, you know, I have my gripes about the general mentality. I don't want to say general, but I have my gripes about a lot of things or a lot of characteristics of the mentality of a lot of women today, and shit, you know. Y'all invest too much in the bag and all this shit. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting to do good, man. But it's a difference between when your mentality becomes a nigga ain't shit unless he has something. You kind of fucking up. Just to put it in layman's terms. This mentality of I ain't fucking with no broke nigga. That's one thing. That's one thing I didn't like. Like I said, I'm a Nicki Minaj fan. I always cut it for her since she first came out, but that one, and I still do. But that one song she was talking that shit. If you fuck that broke nigga, then I'm telling, and not based on a person. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if if I was in a goddamn it don't matter if I had a dime in my pocket or was a millionaire, because I understand where that mentality comes from, and I understand how it keeps us, black men and black women. It's one of the many methods that is used to keep us divided and keep us from coming together. You know what I'm saying? You might be that nigga you like, but you don't want to fuck with because you don't want to be looked at as, you think, oh, I'm too fly to not be with a baller, so I'm not fucking with him, even though you do like the nigga or whatever. And I'm just speaking in general. You ever stop to think that, well, maybe if you, cause you motherfuckers be on, y'all be having, it's easier for y'all to make it economically. We've all been oppressed, the black man and the black woman. But even when you go back and read the Willie Lynch theory, I'm gonna get on this next one. I'm gonna have to write this shit down so I can make sure I hit this shit on the head, cause I don't want to get to this cause this camera's gonna go out. But it's always been easier for y'all to get ahead within this system, and it was done that way by design, based on your power. And on the flip side of that, by design, it was set up to make it hard for niggas, black men, ghetto thug rebellious niggas, to get ahead. So, and that was done to put it in a nutshell, it was created that way to keep you divided. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times, and this is not always the case, but a lot of the times, I don't want to be too general about what I'm saying, but a lot of the times, the men who are quote unquote well off, they had to do a lot of submitting and a lot of conforming to, we'll just say, white supremacy, so-called white supremacy. And I'm finna write this shit down right now so I don't forget when I come back. But I'm gonna end right there. I'm gonna pick back up for sure this time with that right there. And we're gonna get back and chop it up some more. And let y'all get to know my sister a little bit more. But y'all niggas be easy, man.